This is rolling the strap more doors opening up on your left hand side. We're not trying to shake you next station.
Currently practicing Braided.
Currently editing, and I just have to say, I'm so sorry that you can't hear anything that I'm saying. But please enjoy my montage of traveling.
Check it out.
Out of the bed. I felt really good. Hey y'all, what's up? They got me looking ghetto as first off. Hi, I am in bum ass outfit. I literally worked today on a federal holiday. Man. Also, another thing, I got my friend this gift, right? And they ain't give me no bag. I was like, what's the best way to take the sticker off, right, for the price tag? And yeah, we gonna roll with it. I love how I didn't show y'all my outfit like at all. Like, bro, like I ain't give no fucks. Federal holiday, fuck the tourists, like tourist looking bombish shit or whatever. Bitch, fuck that. So, testing 1, 2, 3. Hey, I'm not trying to reveal my location, so I ain't got the 0.5, but what's up with you? It's your girl, Jade. Jade. You wanna call me that? Currently sober, just by the way. Not that I want to be, I'm usually not, but I mean, I'm usually sober, so I don't see why I would. Anyways, on my way to go out for July. It's technically not for July anymore, that's how late I went out. But I know there's still shit going on, going down, so we about to see. I'm about to try to show you, about to try to take y'all, you know. I'm about to get some ice cream with a co-worker of mine type shit, but yeah. Y'all can see the vibes. Check the fit. Do I look crazy? Is it giving Beyonce? Is it not? Is it giving Crazy in Love? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but I'll update y'all for y'all in. I love how the train decided to come right this second. Oops.
Because of the price, because of how long they last.
Maybe.
Okay, you expect it tomorrow? Yeah, sorry. You okay, Mom? So what? What happened?
Period. Period.
Yeah, they want you to. And you'll find some. No, sir. Jeremiah, we don't need the Josh. Now we got no nothing. No, literally. I think I never get this age. Now you gotta do it all over again. I don't mind with the tail, it's fun. So it's doubles this like, oh my god, I feel like forever. Just kind of like my coffee bag and beyond. You're fun. I know. Because I need my milk, I need my coffee. And I say, how many sugars? Silly baby. Oh, silly guy. Now we're going to start starting to make like sweet treats. I was like, are you a baker? He's yeah. I don't hate that.
I like that, like, yellow and orange.
Right. This would be cute if it was bigger.
Oh, you should. I don't think you want that next one, you? I was like, you should probably do like the swirly one.
Ooh, that was cute. I know what you mean, like do the swirl one and then the triangle sunrays.
Yeah, or you could do the lines if it's easier.
Well, I already did it on the side.
I know, but I don't think you want three suns on you.
Hey y'all. Trying to find a spot to place y'all at. I feel comfortable right here. This is supposed to be a short one, you know. I'm in my little bando. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. But I meant to try these a minute ago. Like she been dropped this. And we gonna try them. It's supposed to be chocolate, cinnamon. I love chocolate. I don't know about the cinnamon part though, but cinnamon's good for you, so let's try it. Wait. I got so Selena Gomez calls her fans Selenators. My bad, I got a video in the background. I'm watching Simply Nessa. But that's it. I can smell the cinnamon.
definitely taste the cinnamon now. It's not bad though. It's not overpowering. Definitely tastes like a regular Oreo though, but cinnamon.
Hello, hello. Nah, I'm gonna redo this. Y'all don't know that though. Now you do, but. Good morning, hello, and what's up? I am currently on the way to work. ETA says I'll be late by 5 minutes. I don't fuck with that, I don't like that. But, you know, shit happens, life happens. I'm gonna be there regardless, you know? Girls gotta get paid. I wanted to check what the weather was like, but I think you could tell it's beaming, it's sunny, and it's hot. Like, I literally have not felt this hot of a day in a while. And other than that, like, I just find it ironic how every time I try to enjoy my day, enjoy my time, enjoy life for 2 seconds, it's like I'm always challenged, and you know, God will challenge you. So I roll with the punches, but best believe I punch back. So granted, you can't really punch life back besides leveling up, standing on your stuff, winning, being on the path to winning. It's not that simple though, I'm not gonna lie. I hate how it feels. I feel frustrated because it's only ever nice on the days that I have to be grinding, on the days that I gotta be doing the most, not the days that I can chill out and breathe and do my own shit. But who knows? If anything, what's to say it could be slow? I could be sent home early. Now that doesn't help too much for my pockets, but given today's a nice day, that'd be a nice little pivot, a little, what's that called? You guys understand what I'm saying, but yeah. I'm walking this morning. I will admit, my stress levels are a little high because, you know, everyone's got money problems. The current political state of the world, okay? You know, James Smith was on to something. But, like, real talk, I'm a little stressed. I'm a little scattered at the moment. I'm sure it'll resolve, but I do not like when I feel this way. I do not like when life is like this right now, so I'm just trying to make the best of it. Trying to make the most of it, honestly. And it's not super simple, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. It just sucks when you are put into the world and the support system you thought you would have, support system that you were taught to rely on, consistently fall through. And it hurts seeing people you care about lose themselves and not see that, not really see themselves in the mirror. And it's not obvious, of course. You know, people only really pay attention when you're strung out on something, when you're about to die, when you get injured. But when it really comes to your loved ones, depending on how much you care about them, how much you're down for them, you see it right away. You see it way before they hit the cliff type of thing. But it's no matter. I'm used to practicing doing these things on my own, and it's not a bad thing. It's actually really important that everyone understand how to be on their own, because at the end of the day, we're never gonna be lonely for real, unless you really want that. But at the same time, so many people come up in this world because they don't have a lot, they don't have the opportunity. They're codependent, and they stay codependent, and it's hard. It's not easy to get out of that when you're there. People love to say, oh, just get away from codependent people. It's not easy. Not when the people you depend on are your lungs, when the people you depend on are your legs, you know, like, it's not so simple. But what is important is at the end of the day, you still figure out how to do it yourself, because you never know what's gonna happen the next day. It's just gonna be you. Hi guys. So, I've officially decided I will be vlogging. I will be kind of doing these little vlogs and posting them on my more quiet personal channel. I just came from group therapy, and I'm glad it's like running more full again. Like it's hard to get people to come to therapy, right? And especially group, because group's a lot. Not a lot. It's not a lot at all for me. But I think I'm low-key really happy that people are coming to group again, and that is really exciting for me, because it's really hard to have friends and constantly tell them about the things that maybe they don't necessarily relate to, but could sympathize and understand. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm a bit low on funds for the week. I might be working later tonight. Currently, that's why I'm being a big bag. I took like 3 snacks, even though you're always welcome to take snacks when you come from the office. But yeah, that's what's up. I feel really good. So the word intention was a huge word that was really relevant today. I kept bringing it up and talking about it, using it, okay? And the lesson today was self-compassion. How can you be more compassionate with yourself, you know? And
since this is like for me and for my loved ones, but for me, I really want to talk about how the last 48 hours or so have been an interesting one, in my opinion, simply because it was around the time, today's the 15th, right? July. A couple days ago, somebody had claimed that my favorite YouTuber, or one of my favorite YouTubers, he's a gamer, big name, black man, he had allegations against him about possible sexual abuse. And I was like, whoa, true or not true? That was a lot to hear. Don't know how others feel about that, don't know how other survivors would feel about that, but it was really hard to hear that, because you would think that whether it's true, that already sucks. If it wasn't true, that sucks even more, because why are you lying about that sort of thing? Anyone who's gone through that knows, like, that's not shit you lie about. And it made me really upset to kind of learn within the last 48 hours that this person lied about that sort of thing. And it made me really upset because I'm a survivor of that sort of thing. It wasn't so much the fact that it was my favorite, like, YouTuber or anything. It was more so the fact that that specific topic was what was used to garner attention. And that made me really mad. Like, I was so frustrated. I wanted to, like, well, I had no intention of, like, physically harming anyone. But obviously, I'm not someone who really goes out my way to physically harm people unless I have to defend myself to the fullest. But it made me so upset. I wanted to choke her. Like, in my head, I was just, like, visually choking her. Because, like, why would you lie about some shit like that? As someone who personally has gone through some shit like that, you don't lie about sexual assault, you don't lie about sexual abuse. It's just not something to talk about freely, for fun. Ooh, I'm getting heated just thinking about it. But regardless, that was, like, one thing that really changed the tone of my day for yesterday. And I didn't really realize it. I went to bed, didn't think much of it. Don't listen to bad news. Don't look into bad news before bed, first of all. But it did change the tone of my day. I ended up late for work, probably because I was exhausted, because I was looking up all this stuff, staying up a bit late. And on top of that, that day at work was a bit of a crazy work shift. Not gonna lie. And it was a short shift. It wasn't even a long one. And so that really, like, took it out of me. I had no energy. And even now I'm a little tired, so I'm gonna go home and rest. But what I actually meant to talk about, going back to the intentionality piece, having self-compassion, was allowing myself to be angry, for one, especially about that, especially once I realized what I was angry about. And then for two, I forgot I had made plans to hang out with someone, and, like, they're kind of an acquaintance still, and I didn't know if I had the energy to do it, but I just didn't want to fall through on my word, especially because I've had to reschedule a couple times with them, because I tend to spread myself thin a little bit. So I hung out with them, and I ended up hanging out way better than I thought. Like, it was probably what I needed, and it was different. And as someone who's a survivor, let's just say, didn't necessarily expect to feel so comfortable with them. We didn't do anything crazy. We didn't go too far, but I just really felt comfortable being around them, and that was new for me. I'm not ever comfortable around anyone, really, unless they're automatically family and people I've grown up with. Not family, but people I've grown up with. That sort of thing. So it was really nice to see and experience the difference.
Hi guys, it's so hot outside. Look, a bird. I wish I could have shown y'all that in real time. That was really beautiful. Might have scared them, but I'm walking. It's super hot. Remember to stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Look. Trying to get my, stay hydrated, guys. It's super important. Helps you focus and think clearly and have a little life in you. I'm exhausted. I cannot wait to go to bed, go to sleep, rest, sit down, lay back, elevate my feet, because I'm someone who's always on her feet, unfortunately. So, yeah. Y'all will not believe the shit this week has been. What's up, y'all? What's good? What the fuck is going on? Yo, I'm gonna say this. Given that there's not a lot of people who watch me right now, and that there's only people who I share this with, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right. This week alone, okay? We are at Friday. This week's almost over. Almost over, right?
Tell me why. I don't even remember where to begin. Let's just say today, right now. Thankfully, got blessed with some extra goodies for home, for the kitchen, but closing was some fucking shit. Literally. Food service ain't no joke, and if you have to do the bathrooms too, okay? Today was just one of those days. Tonight was just one of those nights, I guess. How do you explain to people that, you know, even before this night, mind you, before today, before yesterday, before the day before that, suicide, right? The will to no longer, right? It's a very touchy topic, very taboo for today's society, right? And the thing is, even in saying that, it's pretty easy for people to hear you talk about not wanting to exist, wanting to be no longer, and putting a red flag on you, putting you in a space where you're deemed unfit. And it's very dangerous, especially in our country, in America, right now. Not just right now, but just at any point in America. We don't have good quality mental health advocacy here, which means anyone who still decides to plead the fact that they have an idea of no longer wanting to be, instead of, you know, since this is illegal now, instead of straight jackets and images like that, now it's more silent incompetence. They'll write it down in your records. They'll let it be known, depending on how bad it is too. They'll take away your will. They'll take away your power, your autonomy. Slowly. Like I said, today was just today, right? Tonight was just one of those nights. It was quite literally some shit on the walls. Let's just leave it at that. Do my job well. Just happened to be one of those nights where we would believe it would be slow. So we were staffed for a slow night. Fortunately, everybody wanted dinner today. And clearly, considering it was just me and the person in charge going back and forth of taking care of the front, so to speak, not just one of us, but both of us failed to check and double check and triple check the restrooms. Okay? We'll leave it at that. Yesterday, / into this morning, but yesterday, my paternal side, well, not my paternal side, but my stepfather, someone close to him, gone. Yes, no longer. And naturally, he's not taking it well. And so he's been taking this sort of thing out in his own way on others, naturally, when a passing occurs. Okay? And it's really unfortunate because he's purposely doing things that aren't good for him. And it involves drinking. It involves lying, hiding. And the people around him who support him directly, which isn't me, by the way, but in his household who supports him directly, they're trying to do what they can to be there, help out, what they can, mind you. Maybe it's not the best support, maybe it's not the worst, but it leaves me worried because my siblings are under that roof. And no immediate threats or danger, but the behavior is erratic and anxious-inducing, anxiety-inducing, makes me anxious.
With all that said, that was just yesterday. Lord knows I forgot what the first half of this week was, considering yesterday. Oh, just kidding. I recall. Over yesterday. So not today, not yesterday, but over yesterday. Okay. Typically have my individual counseling sessions. Had to cancel. My funds were not where they were meant to be at this week. Miscalculated. It happens. And it seems like it's been a month of miscalculating. And for some reason, my $20 bill would not work. It would not enter the machine, despite being a $20 bill, where the machine stated it accepted it. Okay? I use transit, public transit. Let's just say I had to cancel my counseling session before I ended up losing my counseling sessions if I didn't cancel. Okay? That wasn't very helpful for me. I had a lot to talk about this week. It happens. Tuesday. I get to tell you. So today's Friday, right? We talked about yesterday and over yesterday. Tuesday. No. Tuesday wasn't so bad. But unfortunately, a lady stayed inside and it didn't really help my mental health.
But nothing wrong happened. It was a decent day. The day before that. Now, this is where I'll have to go back into my receipts to verify if I'm on the right timeline. Monday. Monday, I was exhausted. Could have been this past Monday, could have been the last Monday. Regardless, I was exhausted. Had a rough day. Very rough day. Late and all. Has not been my week, has not been my past couple weeks. Does not seem like it's been my month. And ironically, I tried something new. Not quite new, actually. But I had fun. I felt safe and okay. But even with all that being said, I was still exhausted, as I am now. And with all that being said, we made it to the end of the week, and all I have to say is I still feel slightly S-word, in the sense that I still have a desire to be no longer, but it's not one I will act on. It's one that'll sit there. And pain is the only word I have. Pain is what is left because of that. Because I know to really succeed, I can't admit how hard it is to continue to be strong despite all the invisible cuts and stab wounds and effort that leaves an underwhelming satisfaction for others. And I remind myself here that no matter how much I care about or get close to anyone, can't worry about that. I have to worry about never feeling like this so I don't bother anyone with this feeling. Because the moment you tell people the truth, maybe they'll support for 2 seconds. But when it's 2 months later and you still feel this way, where are they going to be? All you have is you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to remember, some people only want to see you when you're doing well. So whatever has you feeling like you don't want to be any longer, please remember. You can always say, forget it, and stop right now. And do whatever you want. And then tell me you still want to be no longer. This close to quitting. Today, this close. But I knew, ideally, well, I guess no one really deserves that, right? That type of rudeness, but it's this close to just leaving. Walking out the door. Giving up on my job, potentially losing it. But I didn't. You won't either. So, just keep trying. If you pass out, fuck it. You pass out.
Hey. Hi. You see, originally I was gonna lean you guys up against my cup, but hi.
I've been trying to get my phone to stay in a position. I think I found it for now. And I'm looking at 2 deer in the yard, and I don't think I've done an update at all this week. And so this week in July, man, I've finally gotten better at some time management stuff. I have been dealing with a lot of grieving folks, if you will. And it's, you know, some people work in that kind of thing and they do it all the time. Some people never experience that at all. And I feel like a mix of the two because, well, while I have experienced grief in my life, I can't really say that I've mourned someone directly in my life, even though they were a part of my life, if that makes sense. I don't know why. I feel like right now, I think that mourning and grieving a loss of someone is like, has to be like someone immediate or super close to you to have its effects on you, right? But unfortunately, I'm like kind of being reminded that that doesn't have to exactly be true. And of course, this is a scenario where I understand like this specific loss is not directly impacting me in the sense where I don't need to show up for work and stuff or that kind of thing, but it is something that has been, it puts a weight on people, even people who don't really know the person or really close to the person. And it's one of those things where, you know, you just know it's an absolute thing. It's the one thing all humans have in common, all living creatures have in common, and it'll happen one day. And these days it's been happening, and it hasn't particularly been with folks who I am regularly and closely associated with, but still have been in association with. And I find that I'm always kind of in this space of this sort of like detached attachment or something, and it's crazy because I actually want to talk about it. And I didn't think this is where the video would go, but here I am. I have found that, well, I am someone who has a very hard time sharing and opening up and what have you. Unless I'm super comfortable with you and it's very clear that I can be open, right? I'm also someone who overthinks a lot, and I've really overcome this whole overthinking side of me, but not that it's going away or diminished or anything. No, it's a part of me. It's a side of me. It's a piece of me, if that makes sense. Like, the same way the other side of me is someone who doesn't care to think and will just do what she needs to. You know, everyone has their sides. And I have found that lately, because I've been dealing with a lot of people who are mourning and grieving their losses, it's forced me to reflect on the times that I've had to mourn and grieve a loss that I don't think I finished mourning and grieving. And it was weird to talk about and be reminded about it and having to be put in a space to reflect on it. And I guess for now, I want to share it, you know, because I can always share. But when it comes to someone being a loved one, they're a loved one. When it comes to people being acquaintances, they're acquaintances. And I feel that sometimes, you know, friends, depending on the kind of friend, somewhere in between that. And I felt like growing up, well, I'm a young adult now, right? And I'm still considered someone who's under 25, right? And sorry. Hi. As I was saying, I'm someone who's a young 20-something, and I grew up as a person who was very, well, I was polite. I'm struggling to express. Now, these days, I'm a 20-something. We'll just say under 25. And as someone who's reached this point, this age, this specific timeline, if you will, because really, who cares? But it's important still. And looking back to, I've been forced to look back on a time where I was much younger. I was in the middle of high school age, right? Like that timeline. And unfortunately for me, I had to deal with grief and loss and mourning people all the time. I'm sorry, that's not coming out right. It's making me mad. Whatever I just recorded did not record, and I kind of want to fucking kill some bug that's near me because of it. But alas, I don't remember what the fuck I said, but in the past, whatever time frame, I didn't see. But hey, I am like really fucking annoyed right now, and I didn't want this sort of thing to be what's everything's annoying me right now. Everything's annoying me, and like it's pissing me off because like all these bugs are pissing me off, and I'm just pissed off and annoyed. And I'm just trying to let you guys know I'm trying to do this instead of journal. Let's just say I touched grass, enough grass for today, but I'm trying to sit here because I don't like feeling cramped up in my room. You know, no matter how big your room will be or whatever, you're still in a box, right? No matter how big or small your room is, you're still gonna feel like you're in a box. And maybe some people, you know, they like the fantasy of like, hey, I'm in a big ass room, like it helps a lot. Sure, it helps, but you're in a box, and I'm trying to not be in a box. I'm always in a box. You work all the time, and you don't work outdoors, and it's a box, bro. Like, let's be fucking for real, it's a box. And I have been trying to do this thing where if I can't write it out and journal it out in a journal, I need to express in a different format, and I want to try it this way, and I'm doing it this way, and I am exhausted. I had a great work shift today. I actually wasn't planning on working today, but they were like, hey, can you come in? I was like, yeah, I will. A girl needs money. Hey, we're in a society where we need money, and it's still the only valid currency right now, unfortunately. And I honestly don't think I've checked in with myself enough this week, now that I'm doing this again. It's like I'm always going. It's like I haven't mastered just shutting the fuck, well, not shutting the fuck up, but just sitting down, because I think I shut the fuck up too much, and it's numbing me to understand who the fuck I am. Like, hello, this is Alyssa. Don't get it twisted. This is me. And it gets really hard to remember who I am, remember what I believe, like the convictions I have in expressing that. And I'm really glad loud people exist. I'm really glad these big personality people exist because it's important. It really helps define and determine who and what and where people stand. And I feel like I've spent so much of my life and time just being quiet that it's not healthy, especially now that we're all behind screens and shit. Like, why are we just behind screens? Like, come on, guys, come on. And it's something that actually came up in therapy, and I was like, not realizing it needed to be reflected on. Of course, that's like usually how therapy can go, right? But it's one thing to journal it, work on it, and all that, but really coming to reality and saying like, hey, this is you right now, feeling your now as now. And it's not the same as being like, okay, I'm gonna experience now at 5 o'clock and do this at 5 a.m. in this area. No, it's great, but no, it's not real life. It's not. Real life is getting pissed that bugs are around you in the grass and then sitting there for a while like I am right now, and letting bugs be where bugs are and me where I am, because they're not bugging me now, but if they do bug me again, I'm gonna bug them back. You know what I'm saying? Like, having some sort of conviction again of who and what and where I stand. And I'm someone who's dealt with a lot of serious stuff, and I'm trying to just like, I think that's the goal. That might be the new goal. I might have figured out one of my homeworks from therapy, but life shouldn't always feel so serious. And it's kind of crazy because my high school counselor, when I was in high school, mind you, I didn't think I would remember. Well, he was rememberable because he was someone who always kind of had a class clown kind of vibe as a counselor. And everyone has their own feelings about high school counselors in general, but while they're in high school, while they're out of high school, all they love, right? And kids are loud today, as they should be though. I'd rather have a loud kid than a quiet one. But I just remember him saying at the graduation ceremony, mind you, I never really had a relationship with this counselor. He wasn't my counselor, and he had said, you know, a lot of things that I don't quite remember, but the gist of the message was, yeah, take life serious, yeah, plan your things and do the shit you have to do, right? But also remember, life is not that fucking serious, and it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be, especially all the time. Especially if you live it seriously all the time. And I don't think I realize how serious I take life all the time. And it's probably confusing for people because they're probably like, wow, she always takes it so serious. When doesn't she? And I thought that was a mosquito, but thank God it was a fly, low-key. I'm grateful flies exist because I don't know how true it is. Maybe that's not true. I was about to say mosquitoes won't exist if flies exist, but that's not true. They both exist. And right now it's proof of it because there's a mosquito buzzing around right now that I want to kill because he's getting close to me, trying to fucking eat me. But I don't think that was a mosquito that I just killed. Anyways. You guys, I have to double check now because it literally happened again. Everything I just yapped about for the past whatever freaking minutes was not captured on film. And I guess it doesn't fucking matter, but I was saying how my arm's been having this like weird stress, tension feeling, and it's a lot of discomfort. Like, I don't even know if it's considered pain. I have such a high pain tolerance now that it's I feel like I have a high pain tolerance. I won't know until I'm tested with the idea of getting my first tattoo because I don't have any tattoos yet. But get the fuck out of my way. There's like this bug. My arm has been hurting, and it's been hurting for the past hour, 2, 3, 4 hours now. And it's not literal pain, but it's just discomfort. And these bugs keep like coming near me, bro. Like, these bugs, this is my setup, bro. Like, bro. This arm. Oh, I was yapping about how this arm makes that sound. And it does this thing. It's like I have to purposely do it to make it feel better. And it's like weird because I'm not always purposely doing it. Like, it'll just crack and it'll just feel fucked up and stiff. I don't know if I overworked it this morning because I did use it a lot and put a lot of pressure on it. I had to put weight on it a lot and lift a lot of stuff, but it doesn't make sense to me because I always lift stuff at work and I work most of the week and not. And today is just different, I guess. And it feels tired. Like, my arm feels fatigued and discomfort. I don't know, man. But yeah, my gauge of pain tolerance for myself is not really clear because as someone who's a chronic like skin biter around the thumbs, bro, my nerves either don't exist or like they're numb, right? In that area already. So like, granted, pain can be surface pain and like a specified spot and stuff. I just feel like because I'm so used to having numbed that amount of pain in my hands right here on my thumbs, it's fair to say that other parts of my body, like the pain, the idea of pain in my pain tolerance is probably skewed is what I'm saying, which means it could probably be higher or lower depending on what it is. Which is why I'm confused on how to call what the fuck this is, but my arm feels just like stiff, heavy, tired, and like discomforted right in this entire area. And it's confusing me because I just feel like I'm just getting more broken the older I get. And I guess that's fair because that's the general sentiment of someone getting older, but with that, I feel like the general consensus is like overall you'll feel more broken, and I don't think that's what's happening. I think the fact that today my arm's like an issue, it's an isolated thing. And I already have my tailbone, like the end of my spine, my tailbone, right where my bum is at, already has an issue. And I'm already working on how to resolve that once I call them in a decent enough time to get an appointment, right? But I'm done yapping, I'm tired. And I'm gonna try to eat and finish whatever I can do or don't do and come back to this, because wow.
Hey guys, I'm currently watching TV, so you might be able to hear that in the background. But I just wanted to say what's up, good morning. Girl just got her cycle, so I'm like, I feel good now, but I was so out of it yesterday. But I literally have a long day planned ahead for me because I have not only work in the near morning, like it's like this afternoon, but I also have work again in the evening till the end of the night. Aside from the fact that I have work, sorry, dancing dolls is in the background, but aside from the fact that I have work all day, I still have to do laundry and stuff. It's that day of the week, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to it, so let's see. But what I will say is I've been meaning to change my piercing for a minute, and I have not changed it. I currently cannot find where I placed all my nose piercings. I have an idea of one more place to check, but in the meantime, I would love recommendations. Hey, hi, and hello.
I am currently watching a K-drama on Tubi, and besides that, I'm clearly getting ready for bed. It's 1 a.m. on the 2nd of August. First day of August didn't necessarily go as expected, but here we are. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I changed my piercing. And I've been meaning to switch it out for a while. Okay, the gold hoop was getting old. Pretty sure y'all couldn't even notice it was gold anymore, because it ain't fully real. But whatever. Got the black flower stud, okay. I don't think I did a proper close-up of what I'm talking about here, but it's the black flower stud here going on. Anyways, I spent my first day of August in a very relaxing way. Not relaxing, specifically. I would say a better way to describe it is my bed. I thought this moving butterfly wing was a bug or something, and it's not, it's just my fan. Anyways, a better way to describe it would be I really did a great job at prioritizing self-care yesterday. Well, yeah, so far for August. Gotten a lot of stuff done. I've gotten all, even just within the last week of July into August, first week of August, did all my laundry, like just ASAP, put most of it away. The other half of it's still getting worked on because I'm trying to switch between sorting out the rest of the winter stuff. There goes the laundry alarm. But other than that, other than the self-care prioritization, the laundry to-do list done, I've had a lot of space and time to reflect on some things for myself and really get real about where I'm at and how I feel about everything. Fortunately, it's going to leave me to have to make a lot of hard choices. And I say hard choices because I started up some commitments that I don't think are going to work out anymore. Or I have been in commitments that I don't think I can no longer keep up. So I guess it's just that time. And it sucks because I want to hold on, I want to keep trying, but it's just not going to work. And in order to like be okay, I'm just going to have to give it up. Not for now, but just pivot, change, switch it up, fortunately. And that might mean some people are going to be kind of mad at me. What can I do? I don't even think I got the chance to tell y'all or show y'all, but okay, not too much on me. I was really in a rush. I felt like I was in a time crunch, so the left side of my head does not look very done, right? But the right side of my head is a lot more done. And mind you, I braided my hair last minute, okay? And I did that shit in an hour and a half. Like, you tell me how many other people could do that in an hour and a half, okay? Yeah. And it was definitely like this, which means that I'm using an iPhone 13 mini right now, and like the camera is on the bottom left corner.
Yes, it's sunrise. Good morning. I literally have been fighting a fly, regular old ugly big fruit fly, in my room since yesterday, since last night. And I'm not sure why I got in here and why I decided I didn't want to leave my room, but let's just say I finally won that battle this morning, and I was able to clean up a few things. Unfortunately, I had to use a spray, and I hate having to use the spray, but I won. No more fly. Anyways, though, happy August, happy Saturday morning, happy day. I have made a hard choice to leave the current job I'm at, and I'm only doing so because I have backup jobs to fall back on, but it's not working out. It's a great environment. Like, I love the people there and everything, but it's not a sustainable job, and unfortunately I think that's just how it is with this type of industry, because not everyone wants to do food service, not everyone wants to cook and clean and deal with people who you have to clean up after, which is fair. I mean, I can attest to that. I don't love doing that either. I really give props to those who can do it. Aside from that, though, the commute is very daunting, even though one wouldn't think it's not too bad, but it's ridiculous having to commute a little more than half an hour, almost an hour, just to get to a place where it looks like I'm spending a good amount of my check just commuting there. I'm not okay with that. I want better. I need to find better, and I'm going to do so. Slowly but surely. Maybe not slowly, but we'll see. Yeah, it just sucks because I have been trying to really stick with this job and do my best to just show up and do it and follow through with it. But yeah, unfortunately, I think they're gonna not be very happy, especially because I was on track to get promoted, and yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that after all. Yeah. On top of the fact that
it's a little bit of a struggle to stay consistent with it. I've even just had my own personal matters get in the way, some health related, some family related, some even business related sometimes, which you'll be like, what business do you run? Maybe everybody got business outside work, but it has been a harsh decision to make because I'm very much someone who grew up in the mentality of hustle culture, hustle mentality. You need to go get it, you need to get up and go do that shit now. It's not working. I can't. And if you are currently out there and you're just like, I haven't been able to land a job for shit for months, for years, bro, whatever circumstances got you like that, I don't blame you. Life ain't, society ain't in a good spot right now, especially politically, socially, no. Aside from that, if you're really someone who a bum though, who can't get off your ass and do something, you gotta go reflect in the mirror or something. You need to go figure that out. But that aside, I wish health was a bigger concern and priority in the society. Then everyone wouldn't be so crazy or doing crazy shit. I kind of have a theory that the only way America thrives is if they focus on the children and the children only. But some would say that's risky to do, putting all your money towards children and betting on them. But I don't know. I feel like we've lost a lot ever since we stopped caring about kids. And when I say we, it doesn't have to literally be meaning we. I just feel like the society made it really loud and clear that kids aren't welcomed in a lot of spaces, and that's not okay. Like, there's no reason why we should be building warehouses and giant parking lots without parks, without rec centers. Like, what's going on? Why is it that every other turn and road you come down and make is like fast food, parking lot, warehouse? What? How are kids supposed to even live in a place like that? And I'm not even just talking about gentrification, city, suburban. No, it's like even in the suburbs, even in the country areas, when you have some sort of town, all it is gas station, warehouse, parking lots. Where's the parks? If it's gonna be a parking lot, shouldn't there be a park in the parking lot? Am I tripping?
I don't know if it's super obvious, but I just spent the last more or less half an hour meditating and sun soaking. I like to call it that. And I feel really good, even though I'm still nervous about putting my 2 weeks in. Hi, I'm currently at Wendy's. I wanted to show y'all the bag. Like, I think the bag is so cute. But yeah.
Hi. I am currently listening to music and it's on an ad break right now, but I haven't done one of these in a minute. Don't mind my hair. I was at work today and it was under a hat, so like it's a little messy. But hey, I hope y'all fuck with the braids. A girl is tired, and I got some weird info from my job about how the chick who hired me is gone. And I'm like, that's crazy, because I was about to put in my 2 weeks. Not that I don't still want to, but like, I'm just the kind of person where it sounds like, you know, if it's a lot going on, I'm gonna give it a minute. But yeah, I don't know. So much more to talk about though. My bad, y'all. I just realized, like, you see that top of my head? Okay, that's what I meant by like it's a little messy. You might see the flyaways or something. I don't know, but don't mind the big old zoom in on my face. I have not recorded in a minute. But hi, happy Venus Day. Even though you may or may not be watching this on a Venus Day, but it's Venus Day. You gotta love yourself, treat yourself, care for yourself and loved ones. But it's been a long week. I've been so exhausted, and yesterday I had to run into work at the last minute last night. Thankfully it wasn't too long of a shift like I expected, but it threw me off all the way. I forgot to cancel a certain bill I was trying to not pay, or trying to stop so I didn't have to pay it no more, and I gotta go ahead and call my bank on Monday when it posts. Anyhow, I have been exhausted, but it's been an interesting week, and I personally have been struggling. Okay, a girl's been struggling because I'm so tired. I get frustrated more easy, and certain thoughts that be speaking in my head be speaking louder than I need them to. But here I am. I'm here, thriving, making it through, pushing through, and I'm not sure what else I can say besides the fact that I'm grateful that I'm still here. And that's all I can say. And my bad. I was distracted by this police car. It's a Metro Police, but still. I'm sure y'all will see the clip, or you just seen the clip of a tad bit of the funeral I attended for some family friends. Well, not family friend. Not my direct family members, but some indirect family members of mine. And it was a heavy day, of course. Funerals aren't the happiest, but I was happy to be there to support, had some good food, thankfully, and whew, it's just been one hell of a week. Yesterday though was my grandmother's birthday, and I went and said hello to her. It's always a little bit awkward for me to say hello to my family. Well, to visit my family overall, but it was her birthday, so of course I had to go see her on her day. I think it'd be messed up if I didn't. I'm aware. I don't know why I feel like I gotta say this, but if you're a friend of mine that I did not go and see you on your birthday for, are you really my friend? Were you still my friend then? Because I usually do right by people on their birthdays, even if I don't fuck with you, even if I like you. But regardless, I went and saw my grandmother on her birthday. I really didn't want to, simply because I didn't have the means to go about getting to her and all that, but I did it, and she was very happy. Glad I could help her be happy, especially on her day. It's been so long since I've vlogged, but hey, August has been pretty busy for me, and it's just been non-stop work, non-stop shifts, which I'm blessed to say, but that would also mean that I have not really found the opportunity to vlog and tell y'all what's up or show y'all what's up. But whew, I have been making a lot of little changes. I finally emptied out my storage, no more storage bill, and pretty much clearing out my things. I'm getting rid of what I don't need, holding on to what I use all the time, and it's been a very energetic journey. A lot of my energy's been filled, depleted, if that makes sense. I've also officially decided to, once again, it feels like reestablishing boundaries. Well, it is reestablishing boundaries, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like disconnecting. It feels like stepping away from someone, and that's been very hard for me to do, very hard to let go, especially when it comes to my family. And I know they may not understand now, but I told my siblings, I'm planning to tell my cousins soon, that, you know, when it comes to seeing me, I don't really plan to come to the family households anymore. I don't really plan to come around. I really don't know what holidays will look like, because that's the time that it gets very difficult to stick to your word and stand on the idea of not interacting with them. And I may have different feelings by then, but I've just found that, considering how I've had to go about certain things in my life, especially since certain events have taken place, it's not fair to me to keep spending time around people and hoping they would be open to receiving me without even being willing to receive what I have going on. You know, they tell you that your family is the main one that is very difficult to believe you when you go through certain things, and I don't know. I just feel like I don't have the energy to be patient. I don't have the energy to be forgiving and open. I'm sure I can actually give my energy to forgive them at some point, but forgiving them doesn't mean I have to allow them to walk all over my heart and my space. So we'll see how that goes, but yeah.
Hey guys, it's early, super early. It's 8:43, not super early, but I'm up and I wanted to show y'all a hair tutorial, but I'm trying to work on the lighting because the sun's not going to stay here forever. Just kidding, the sun might stay here, but the lighting might waver throughout the video. Just FYI. Pretty much what I got going on is I'm trying to do a cute, quick updo, okay? So my hair is just in 2 buns right now. Here, let me show you. The hair is in 2 separate buns right now, okay? And then the inspiration photo is this. I don't know if this is a good angle or not. This is the hairstyle. I hope you guys love it. And I hope my part is straight because I still haven't seen the back.
Honestly, this is as good as we're gonna get, I think.